Good day, everyone, and welcome to Journey of the Anointed with Mr. Buzz. I'm going to try to explain a concept to you here that I don't know if I'm going to be able to explain well enough for you to understand it, but I'm going to try. It's very, very difficult for anybody but me to understand this, okay? Because you really have to be me to understand this. There's no other way to understand this. But I gave it a lot of thought, and I think I might be able to explain it so that you might be able to get it, sort of. One day I discovered a new concept, a new thought. And it was, wow, the benefit there would be in a human being the first one to go against the regular thought that everyone has on things, to go against every last bit of that every time in every situation, just to do the opposite that everyone else thinks, to assume that everyone is wrong about everything, basically, to assume that nobody is getting the right answer to anything yet. Does that make any sense? To me, it made a whole lot of sense when it came into my mind. I thought, how could one accomplish that? Like, just accomplish knowing if that is the case. Well, they'd have to live that. They'd have to go against what everybody thought all the time, wouldn't they? Hence, who you're looking at. I aim to be the most unique creature that could ever walk the earth, because I go my own way in everything, no matter what. It's always my own way. I don't think the same about anything that other people do. I just have the opposite take all the time. All the time. It's the way it is. And my goal is to figure out how much value there is in doing that. Because I think there's immense value in it. I think everybody else just missed it. So I'm going to be the first to discover it. I wish I had a really good example of what I mean. I tried to come up with an example that I could give you, and I wasn't able to. It's me not having a phone is one of the best examples I could think of. It's very difficult to not have a phone because I can't open accounts. That's how that's your ID now, is your phone, is what you identify yourself as. If you don't have that, you can get locked out of your banking, you can get locked out of everything. It's really scary, actually, the way they're treating me, just because I don't have one of those stupid things. I have a landline and everything. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. They want one of those, or I'm in danger of getting kicked out of all my stuff all the time, and it's just bullshit. There's no way it should be that way. But you know what? I'm battling it anyway. I will not have one. I even take the risk. I could be kicked out of my banking, the whole bit. Be really screwed. I'm always right on the edge of that all the time. I still choose to do it. Why? Because I need to be the one out there without the phone. I need to know what that is. I need to know what it's like to not have that. Otherwise, I can't tell you what it is to have the phone. I need to know the other side of it. Then I can watch the people that have them. Then I can make an actual decision on what's going on. Does that make any sense? It does to me. And believe me, other than the fact that I could get kicked out of my banking, not having the phone is where the benefit is. That's where the good life is. Oh, yeah. No distraction, no surveillance. You're walking down the street, they've got Google Earth to watch you. That's about it. And maybe, I guess, Elon's Starlink now, maybe that's the new surveillance system. So maybe you don't really need the phone to surveil you anymore too much. I don't know. I know they definitely use it. I mean, all these systems, they just zero in on your phone, the GPS coordinates, whatever. That's how they track everybody. So, but for me, I need to be the different one. I need to be the one that doesn't have one. And I'm going to fight tooth and nail to not have one as long as I possibly can. But I'm going to lose it soon. I mean, I will get kicked out of everything. I won't even be able to have a bank account or anything. So they're going to win in the end. They're going to force people into certain stuff. That, or we start our own society and our own money and say, whatever, you guys go your way and we'll go ours. That's what I'm hoping happens, but we'll see. What's going to happen remains unknown at this point. But one thing's for sure, I will always be the different one. I will be the one taking the road no one else took, seeing things the way no one else saw it, and speaking up when it's going to make me so unpopular every time. That doesn't even bother me. See, here's the thing. You couldn't find somebody who cares less what you think or what anyone you know thinks or anybody in the world thinks. I don't care what anybody thinks. It's pretty hard to find a person that really just doesn't care what anyone thinks. You're looking at them. Totally looking at them right here. I don't care at all what anyone thinks. Not even... I got a song called Don't Give a Shit. Go listen to my song. That's true words. It starts, useless worry. They say that stress will kill you. I think it's better to let those good vibes fill you. I don't waste my time getting mad and throwing fits. I'd even go as far as saying that I don't give a shit. And that is the true Jeffrey right there. That's me. So you can't find somebody who cares less what somebody thinks of me. It doesn't even enter my mind. I don't care at all. You can think it all day long. You can get your friends to think it. You can all get together and have hate Jeffrey parties. Good for you. I don't care. I don't care. Couldn't care less. It would be impossible to care less. So that's what I recommend for everybody. That's a freedom. You think you're free? You're not free to do that. You're not free. I care what the Lord thinks of me. There's certain things I don't want to do because I'll upset him. But if I upset you, I don't care. That's the beauty of that. I only care if I upset the Lord. I don't care about anybody else that way. So that's why I take the other road. And that's what I'm in search of. I want to know what happens if you take a different take on pretty much everything, and instead of assuming that people have actually reached correct conclusions in the world, assume that nobody's ever gotten anything right. Everybody's been wrong about everything. That's what I do. I wouldn't believe what you discover that way. You discover people were indeed wrong about most things. Maybe not everything, but most. Yep. One thing we aren't wrong about is when we say that Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life, the Lord of Lords, and the King of Kings.